Play D&D long enough, and you'll inevitably develop some bad habits. Some of these are more obvious than others. Decreased wonder at the infinite choices of the game. A somewhat jaded sense of adventure pacing and encounter design, but there's one big one that I don't think I've seen discussed before, and that's unprompted roles. An icy cliff bars the party's passage. As the Dungeon Master is describing the terrain and the obstacle in front of the party, the fighter, eager to continue the quest and correctly guessing that the party will be required to climb this cliff, rolls an athletics check. Now, the Dungeon Master, who'd planned on imposing disadvantage on all climbing attempts thanks to the icy terrain, has to explain to the fighter that their 27 athletics isn't valid. Once a number appears on the die, especially if it's a high number, the player will understandably feel a sense of ownership over it. But until the DM is ready to cue them, they lack the context to actually make the roll. What if the Dungeon Master actually wanted the party to roll acrobatics due to the slippery conditions? Or a constitution save to endure the freezing wind? This is especially bad when it comes to critical hits. More than once, I've had to swallow a crit in a scenario where the character certainly would have had disadvantage, forcing an undesirable scenario for both party and adventure. A real, I got a natural 20 on my persuasion check to convince the queen that she's a carrot type situation. The other danger, as cynical as this sounds, involves a player rolling unprompted and then, if they don't like the result, simply ignoring it until called upon to actually roll. Like I say, that sounds paranoid, but I have definitely seen it. The simple answer to this is a house rule. No roll is valid unless acknowledged by the Dungeon Master beforehand. The real problem, though, I think, is more about mindset. This might be controversial, but I think in an ideal world, the players wouldn't even know the names of the skills. Or at the very least, they wouldn't be thinking about their skills all the time. The DM describes the scenario. The player describes how their character reacts. The Dungeon Master tells them which skill to roll. That's how it ought to be, but it so rarely is. Most times, the DM describes the scenario, the character looks at their skills, and then attempts to justify why one of their best skills could overcome the particular scenario. I guess I just wish more players would focus on their fiction and leave the dice to me. What have I learned? Encourage your players to take their hands from their dice and only to roll when specifically prompted by the Dungeon Master. Stay in the story. Stay off of the sheet. Hey, thank you so much for watching that video. Trust me, there's plenty more where that came from. If you like the channel, please consider subscribing, and you can even follow us on Twitter and Patreon. Look for the links below in the description. Thanks for watching.